filament shelf or filament storage. Um, but first I want to give credit to the designer who designed the brackets that I'm using for this shelf. So if we go here to Thingiverse, you can see Layer Labs filament shelf, posted by Layer Labs April 16th, 2017. So these brackets here are the ones we will be using. I believe there's a second version when you actually download the files, like a revised version. But I'm going to be showing you how we can print these brackets, and with just one trip to the hardware store, we can actually do a very efficient and modernized look of filament storage. And I'll show it to you how I assembled it on my wall, exactly what materials I got, and how I did everything step by step. I'm sorry if there's some background noise. I have some printers going off in the background right now that I cannot stop. But this video has to be made, and I appreciate you joining in. So let's get into the video. Alright, so here we are in the Bamboo Lab studio. So the first thing we're going to do is import the model. So let's do that now. I'm going to go to File, Import, get back on, Import, and let me get out of all of this. I believe I have it in. Where is this? Oh, random models. Filament shelf. Okay. So the version that I'm using is Filament Shelf version D, version 14. So like I said, there was two versions. The first is the second. I used the second. So let's import this. So yeah, this is the model that we're going to be using. Let's rotate it this way. Yeah. So we're going to be printing 3 of these for one shelf. I think initially I was going to do 2, but I feel like there's going to be some droopiness because I want these shelves to hold probably 10 spools, maybe 11 spools, and just for some extra rigidity, I think I'm going to do 3, 2 on the end, 1 in the middle. But yeah, these are the brackets we're going to be printing. So yeah, let's go ahead and slice it. Okay, so now we are slicing the model. Slice plate. Let's give it some time for it to slice. So right now with our current settings, it'll take the printer 2 hours and 17 minutes for print time. These are going to hold a lot of weight, so I think I'm going to add probably at least 50% infill on this. So let's go to the infill, change this to 50%. I'm going to keep it as trihexagonal infill. So let me slice the plate again. Generating G-code. Sweet. So this is what we're going to roll with for printing these. So the infill is a lot more dense. I don't think these screw holes that are on the model currently need supports, but I'm going to leave them there anyway. It couldn't hurt. I think I'm going to change these actually to tree supports, because tree supports, in my opinion, are easier to take out. So let's slice it again one more time for the final iteration before we print. And yeah, so this is what we're going to be printing. This is the model that we will be printing. We are going to be printing 1, 2, 3 of these. And yeah, so while these are printing, we're going to go to Home Depot and see what else we need for this. So let's send this to the printer. We'll print the plate. Right now my printer is busy, but as soon as it's done, I will send it to the printer. But in the meantime, while these are printing, let's go to Home Depot and let's get the other 2 parts. The other 2 parts that we need for this job. See you there. They got mad that I was filming at Home Depot, but here are the 2 things I got. So first, I got 1 inch in diameter dowel rods. So these are going to be the rods that actually hold the filament and go across all the brackets and connecting the brackets. And then I ended up getting Everbuilt flathead Phillips screws. They're the number 10s, and they're, I believe, 2.5 inches in length. But yeah, these are the only 2 things that I got at Home Depot, those dowel rods and the screws. I needed it to be 35 inches long. The dowel rods came at 48 inches. I don't have a saw at home, so at Home Depot, what I literally did was just go to the self-cut station, and I spent like 10 minutes tops there just cutting all 4 of these dowel rods, and yeah, doing that. The reason I bought 4 is because initially I'm going to build 2 shelves. In this video, you'll just see 1, and then eventually I'll build the second one as needed. But I want to be prepared in case I do keep stacking up filament, so I have all the materials necessary to already build another shelf. But yeah, just the brackets. those 1 inch in diameter dowel rods, and the screws. This is all we need to complete this project. Let's get back to the house.
All right, so here are where the shelves are gonna go. We're gonna have one here and one here. Everything's gonna hold the filament. If we need to print an extra bracket in the middle of the shelf, we will. But yeah, over here is my setup. This is where I do all of my work. And then over here is my Bamboo Lab P1S, which is what the brackets were printed on. I also have an Ender 3, and I'm getting a Bamboo Lab A1 in the mail. I'm trying to go through all my printers through Bamboo Lab because it's just so easy through their software. But yeah, so here's the wall where we will keep all the filament. So let's get to setting everything up. All right, so once again, the only things that you will need for this setup are the bracket that we actually printed and that we showed the model of earlier in the video. Some screws. I have Everbuilt screws. These are pretty long, and I think will be sufficient to hold all the weight of the filament. That's why I said if we need a third bracket, we'll get a third bracket, or we'll print one. But yeah, I just found these at Home Depot. And then 1 inch diameter wood pipe, but it can also work with PVC. I've seen people do PVC because it's a little bit more slick than wood, and they print directly off of this setup. Like they just let the filament roll while it's on the shelf, which is kind of cool. Maybe something I'll explore in the future, but for right now, I just want to have a storage for it. So yeah, let's get to setting it up. But these are the only 3 things you need, and of course a screwdriver. But bracket, screws, 1 inch diameter wooden pipe, and yeah, let's get to it. Also, before we put everything on the wall, when I went to Home Depot and I was looking for this pipe, I literally printed this, took it to Home Depot, and then just made sure that the pipe fits snug on it and I can't yank it off. I didn't measure it within the software, which actually probably would have been smarter on my part to do that. But yeah, I just took this part with me and made sure that it fit at Home Depot. I cut these to 35 inch. These come in, I believe, 48 inches. So I took it to the back of Home Depot where they have like the self-cut machine, and I just self-cut it myself. So yeah, now that we got this at Home Depot, screws at Home Depot, let's put everything on the wall. Everything should be good to go. Okay, so the shelf is officially done. As you can see, everything's in here pretty smoothly. I don't know if I should super glue these joints or maybe put a cap to where like they don't move, but right now I don't think it's gonna be a problem. But yeah, I think everything came out real well. So we're gonna put some filaments on here and see how much weight it can hold. Hopefully I don't have to put another bracket in the middle. And yeah, so let's let's set all the filaments up here and let's see how it looks. All right, so here's the filament on here. And like I said, some people will use PVC for this because it's smoother, and they'll directly take the filament from here, put it in their printer, and just let this roll on here. I'm not doing that. I just want a nice place to hold all my filaments. I think this was a great option. So yeah, I hope this whole like little walkthrough tutorial of everything that you need to do is pretty helpful. And if you have any questions or any specifics, please leave a comment, like, subscribe. Everything that you do is very, very, very helpful to this channel and to everything that I do 3D printing wise. I am also going to leave the STL files for these brackets down in the description below. I'm going to leave the link to the modeler who did this in Thingiverse. These are not mine. Once again, these are not mine, and I'm not trying to make money off of these models. I am literally just going to put the link down there so y'all can print these yourselves and make this shelf yourself. yeah, well, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.